A lot of breeds might have been bred to particularly perform a specific function. We are going to see all range of breeds, from the toy poodle through the Dalmatian and Bulldogs as well. So here is our judge entering the arena, Frank Anne Ingram.
Anne Ingram, a familiar face in the big ring at Crufts. Last year, she judged Best in Show when her choice was Viking, the Australian Shepherd. Earlier from that, she judged the working group. She has been judging since she was 16 years old, and her parents were both breeders and judges, popular all around the world as an international all-breed judge. There's Anne. First breed was boxers, and then later poodles. But a huge experience in many breeds.
Utility winners, the Akita.
Here we go then, the first of our best of breeds in the utility group, the Akita, dog of Japanese origin.
Boston Terrier.
And here's the Boston Terrier raring to go, very smart.
Now please welcome the Bulldog.
And the Bulldog enters the arena, 174 of them at Crufts this year.
And your best of breed, Canaan Dog.
And here's one of the rarer breeds, the Canaan Dog from Israel.
Now we have our Chow Chow.
The unmistakable Chow Chow. The audience in the arena already liking this one.
Followed by our best of breed, Dalmatian.
And from an entry of 270 today, this liver-spotted Dalmatian from Holland.
Now please welcome the Eurasier.
The Eurasier comes in, just 28 of them at Crufts. Chow Chow crossed with a German wolf Spitz.
And here, hugely popular breed, the French Bulldog.
Followed by our German
This
Spitz
is the
Klein.
German Spitz. There are two types. This is the Klein version.
This is the smaller version of the German Spitz.
And our German Spitz, Mittel.
Shares the standard with the one coming in now, the larger size, the Mittel.
Now we have our Japanese Akita Inu.
The really well-defined coat of the Japanese Akita Inu.
And our Japanese Shiba Inu.
And here's a smaller version, the Shiba Inu.
Followed by our Japanese Spitz.
Japanese Spitz, such a striking coat.
Now please welcome the Keeshond.
Oh, the Dutch barge dog, the Keeshond.
Followed by the Kooikerhondje.
The Kooikerhondje, the Dutch hunting breed, duck hunter.
Our best of breed, Lhasa Apso.
And here's the Lhasa Apso, two judges today. Here's our winner.
And now we have the miniature Schnauzer.
Miniature Schnauzer makes its entrance, German breed.
The first of our poodles is the miniature poodle.
Start of the Poodle family. The miniature comes in first.
Followed by the standard poodle.
And such an impressive sight, this standard poodle. Two of the three poodles are from Italy this year. We've already got two Italian dogs in Best in Show.
And here's the smallest size we have in the UK, the toy poodle.
Now we have our best of breed, Schipperke.
In comes the Schipperke, the Flemish little barge dog.
And our best of breed, Schnauzer.
Larger size, the Schnauzer coming in now.
Now please welcome the Shar Pei.
Now the Shar Pei comes in, an ancient Chinese hunting dog.
And our best of breed, Shih Tzu.
Here from a big entry, the Shih Tzu. Oriental, wonderful face.
Coming in now, we have the Tibetan Spaniel.
There are 176 Tibetan Spaniels. This 3-year-old named Oslo from Ireland, the best of breed.
And the Tibetan Terrier.
And followed by a larger Tibetan breed, the Tibetan Terrier.
And representing our
And the winner from the import group about to come in. This is the Mexican hairless dog, the Xolowitz Quintly.
So, come in three sizes. Here, the middle one.
These best of breeds into the ring. I'll now hand you over to our commentators, Kim Sillis-O'Beal.
Here is a wonderful array of best of breeds in the utility group. Anne Ingram, the judge, to make a decision on a shortlist. And there really are some impressive best of breeds here.
And it's a hugely varied breed. Here we've got some very large breeds, some breeds which were bred for running, some which were bred to be eaten, unfortunately, the Chow Chow. And taking in the first look at them, the outline, the expression, the balance, measuring each one against their breed standards.
And of course being fit for function, very much keeping in mind that original breed purpose.
The Japanese breeds there, just striking colours in the Japanese breeds.
It is remarkable, isn't it? The two Italians already into best in show, and we've got 2 of the 3 poodles from Italy. Could we see a theme developing? But there is a real international feel, always at Crufts, but dogs coming over from the Netherlands as well. Good international representation in this utility group. And Ingram taking her time, reaches the Jolo, it's Quintly, and she will have a closer look at each of our best of breeds for the utility group.
Now it's the hands-on examination where she'll look underneath the coat, feeling their anatomy, feeling the bone and the structure. It's important that they're well constructed so they can move soundly.
So the Akita, the first of the best of breeds in the utility group of Japanese origin. It's the largest breed in this group, and it was originally bred for hunting deer, wild boar and bear as well. A large, powerful dog, looking for a dog that's very alert and for those ears to be well carried forward.
And this is a relatively young dog, only 15 months old, so to win from the junior class in a breed like this is an impressive start to his career. They are the largest breed in the group. The Japanese like rich, vibrant colours in all of their breeds. And sturdy bone, great substance, striding out well. This strong head and sharply pricked ears. And now on the table, the Boston Terrier. He's a real Yankee Doodle dandy of a dog, very smart with his what we call Boston markings, these white collar and white legs. And this one's had a terrific Crufts career. Best of breed today and in 2023, and best dog on the other year. So he's obviously a Crufts specialist.
Judge will be looking for that smooth coat, lustrous and fine to the touch when she did that close examination. That neck should carry the head gracefully with a very slight arch.
In the original, when he was founded, you had to be living in Boston to be a member of the Boston Terrier Club, and then their fame spread wider.
Now the Bulldog is the first of 2 brachycephalic breeds in the utility group. The dogs with the breeds with a short muzzle. It means they can have issues with their breeding, and anybody thinking of getting one should take that into account and make sure that any dog has taken the appropriate health tests, including the Kennel Club's respiratory function grading scheme assessment, and this dog will have had a breathing assessment before competing here.
And this one is a big winner. He's won 30 challenge certificates. To become a champion, you need to win 3. So he has had a great career. Bulldog breeders have worked hard to improve the soundness of their dogs. On the move, they're lighter, not so heavy.
Next we move on to the Canaan Dog. Our judge today was Dr.
And now here is the Canaan Dog, the national breed of Israel. Its ancestry goes back to the pariah dogs of the Middle East, so originally it was a feral dog, and it still retains that rather reserved temperament with strangers, which is why it made a particularly good watchdog. Its principal purpose today. It's been
Judge will be looking for a very energetic trot here. Those feet around and cat-like. They've got very hard pads, but need to be well balanced on the move. That distinctive wedge-shaped head and a dense and harsh outer coat.
Yes, the coat is very important to withstand the climate. It has been used by the Israeli army as a mine detector, so it's found a new function.
5291.
And the next dog to be judged is the Chow Chow. The breed was judged today by Mr. Rule 1 and from an entry of 88.
Now, the Chow Chow traces back to the ancient Han dynasty of China. And 2,000 years ago, it had many functions. It was a hunting dog, it was a guard dog, and unfortunately, it was also bred for its own meat. It was an important food source back then, a long, long time ago, but the breed brought to Britain in 1780.
Spent much of their early years serving as companions to Chinese nobility.
Yes, this is cobby and compact with a protective double coat. The breed is noted for its leonine expression from this sharply neat ears, heavy bone, and this strong action, rather stilted in its rear gait.
It wasn't until Queen Victoria acquired the Chow in the later 1800s that the breed gained popularity.
And distinctly black tongue and black gums for the Chow Chow.
5343.
Next we see the Dalmatian. There was a marvellous entry of 260.
And here the Dalmatian coming from a huge entry today, a liver spotted. Now, this was the carriage dog of the Regency period, popularised by the upper classes who prized their dogs for their elegance and their decorative spotting, and they ran alongside their horse-drawn carriages.
Suggest they originated in the eastern Mediterranean, from where they spread to India and over Europe.
And with the liver spotted as well, look out for those amber eyes.
The name suggests
The judge wants this
Dalmatian.
3-year-old gets moving. I'll be looking for a dog that shows really good endurance, capable of good turn of speed. They're very outgoing and friendly breeds, as I experienced when I was walking around the Discovered Dog section earlier at Crufts.
Yes, they have to have elegance in their carriage.
Sketched as an artifact dated well before the
This one liver spotted. We see also black spotted ones.
exhibit number 5484.
And now we have a fairly recent addition to the
The Eurasier, a hybrid of Spitz breeds from Europe and Asia, as the name suggests. It was recognised by the Kennel Club in 2003. A Chow Chow crossed with German Wolf Spitz, and later it was crossed with Samoyed to stabilise the type. You can detect a bit of all of that in the Eurasier.
set out together with Charlotte Barthelmess and a small group of enthusiasts.
Again,
Create a breed with the best quality.
crisp outer coat, sharply pricked ears. This dog has got a great Crufts career. He's been best in breed here 4 times, a big winner.
And 12 years later, it will renamed the Eurasier. Coming back to our judge, the best of breed Eurasier, 5668.
Originally designed as a sled dog, now principally seen as a household companion.
French Bulldogs were judged today by Dr. Andrea Schemmel, an excellent entry of 100.
Now, the distinctive outline of the French Bulldog. A couple of years ago, they overtook Golden Retrievers and Labradors as the most popular breed in Britain. Now, it is a brachycephalic breed. It's got Bulldog in it, and it is very important. The judge will be looking for health, such in their eyes and in their wide open nostrils. And it's important, if you're buying a French Bulldog, to ask, are the parents health tested? Here, it was bred by lace makers in France and brought back to England. There's
This one on the move. Those large ears, described as bat ears in the breed standard, a particular feature of the French Bulldog. Compact and sturdy breed.
distinctive top line, a rise over the loin to a tail.
There are 2 breeds of German Spitz in the utility group. This is the Klein, the smaller, the German Spitz. And it does need grooming every single day. It's an ancestor of the Pomeranian, the smallest of the Spitz breeds.
And this one comes from a very successful kennel. From Middlesbrough, Gary Pearce and Dale Francis have been best of breed at Crufts many times. The German Spitz is compact, outer coat, standing away, and they're very brisk on the move. All Spitz features. The Klein here, 9.5 to 11.5 inches.
I'm looking for that tail to be set high, curled over the back as it is right there. Double coat, soft and woolly undercoat, long and harsh in texture, but short and smooth hair on the face.
variety of colours. This one a cream, and this brisk action, very typical. And here is the larger size, the Mittel. Then this can go up to 15 inches. The Spitz come in all colours, not only solid colours like this, but party colours. That lovely wedge-shaped head, the eyes and the short muzzle and the lovely pricked ears give this alert expression. I found that people don't own one German Spitz. They're very collectible, and it becomes a collection of them. Great characters.
And this German Spitz, 2.5 years old, was best of breeds here at Crufts last year. So double win. Can it make it through to best in show this time? That coat is so abundant around the neck and the front quarters. It creates almost a frill over the shoulders, but it should never be excessive.
In the early days, we used to keep down vermin. They're quite sharp, very active, very watchful, yes.
On the Japanese Akita Inu, you can see the Spitz features, the curled tail, those ears which the judge will be looking to see are nice and pricked. This is the original Akita as found in Japan, and the Kennel Club separated the two breeds out in 2006.
Beautiful head and expression. There's hooded ears. This is the breed which is the ancestor of the heavier built Akita we saw first in the group, and closer to the hunting type that were used in ancient Japan.
That broad skull should be flat and should be wrinkle-free. Well-defined coat, well-defined markings, that tightly curled tail.
And again, the Japanese liked brightly coloured coats and these white cream Eurasier markings on the front, down the legs, and a little bit on the face.
Judge is best of breed Japanese Akita Inu 5977.
And here is, again, another Japanese breed and almost a miniaturized version of the Akita. We see the Shiba Inu, which means small dog. So it looks like the smaller version. Same brilliant colors, lovely padded muzzle, sharp ears, and it was a hunting dog. It used to hunt after smaller game.
This 3-year-old from Nottinghamshire has been a previous best of breed back in 2023. Judge will be looking for that thick tail to be set high, and it can be carried either curled or curved like a sickle. Characterized again by those Eurasier markings. That's the white on the cheeks, the muzzle, the chest, the backs of the legs, and the back of the tail, as you can see there.
And this was the top utility dog in the country last year. He's the best in show all breeds winner. That lovely light action, the tail carried beautiful, and you can see the plushness of the coat here. Lovely dog.
And now we see another of the Spitz family, another from Japan. This is the
Another breed which needs grooming every single day, the Japanese Spitz, such a striking white coat. Recognised first by the Japanese Kennel Club in 1948, then the Kennel Club here in 1977. It's thought that the Samoyed and the white German Spitz had a hand in the founding of the breed at the start of the 20th century.
So it's a relatively modern breed, but it's become very popular. This attractive white coat and dark pigmentation makes it very appealing. Again, they've got this lovely brisk action and carriage, very appealing with their eyes and expression. This one also a big winner. He was best in show at the Utility Breeds Championship show, and still a relatively young dog, so high quality.
A lot of champions in this utility group. 68 Japanese Spitz were entered this year.
And here's the Dutch barge dog, the Keeshond. One of his duties is to guard commercial barges on the canals of Holland, but he has a rather more noble origins. He was the mascot dog of a political party, the Dutch Patriot Party, led by politician Kees de Geisler, hence Keeshond.
And if we get another look at its face, at some point there's a distinctive spectacle line, as it's known. You can see there the darkness just slanting from the corner of the eye to the lower corner of the ear. That's a particular feature of this Keeshond.
And the spectacle markings, the lighter shading around the eyes adds to that impression. It's shades of grey, wonderful coat texture, and again we can see the harness markings, the lighter lines over the shoulders of the dog. Brisk action.
This one, 5.5 years old, named Dark. Well, the Kooikerhondje is a Dutch hunting breed. It's used to lure ducks into traps, and the way it does that is by waving that plumed tail to lure the ducks along streams where they're then caught in nets. And it was originally in the gun dog group because of its hunting function, but because it doesn't work with guns, it was transferred to the utility group.
It's very appropriate that he comes in this rich orange colour, the House of Orange, one of the ruling parties in Holland. And again, look at the dark shadings on the ears, known as the earrings of the dog. They're prized breed features. This one has had, he's still a young dog. He's been best of breed at Crufts twice. Needs one more certificate to become a champion.
And the breed was preserved and made its comeback through the efforts of a dedicated...
Judge looking for a friendly and alert expression and a degree of self-confidence.
Here's the very impressive outline of the Lhasa Apso. 97 of the here today comes from Tibet, where they were kept as companions for monks in their isolated monasteries. The judge examining the head, the rather fine head, the undershot wide jaw, very important expression it gives. It's a breed which is credited with spiritual powers, and it was thought they brought good luck to the owners. It was impossible to buy a Lhasa Apso. They were given as gifts to valued friends. Something of a talisman dog, good luck charm.
Its owner will certainly be hoping for some good luck today to get through to best in show. That long, heavy, straight top coat is actually quite hard to the touch, isn't it, rather than being silky or woolly. And that tail, again, carried well over the back.
The breed was brought to the UK by British embassy officials who had been working in Tibet. So, used to be shown alongside the Tibetan Terriers.
Now this is the small version of the original Schnauzer. This is the miniature, looking for a sturdy build with strong conformation. That's particularly important. It must be well balanced as well. And of course that bristly moustache and chin whiskers, just looking for those on a strong head of good length.
Now, I've had the pleasure of judging this breed today, so this is my best of breed winner. A black bitch. They came in pepper and salt, black and silver, and also rarely in white, but here a solid black.
So why
copy.
this one, Frank, for you? What particularly stood out?
Well, she's a wonderful Schnauzer shape. She's compact and square, good substance, and a great mover. That top line and carriage is excellent.
And this one is Liza, who's come from Croatia, so another of the international entries here in Crufts. A harsh and wiry coat with a dense undercoat, alert, reliable and intelligent, and plenty of fans in the arena here by the sounds of it.
She won in tough competition today, wonderful Schnauzer females, and beating a very good dog from Japan for best of breed. Beautiful breed type. And the first of our poodles, and this is the miniature. Now the poodles were originally duck retrievers, and although they have what could be seen as a fancy hairdo, it was a functional trim. There, the lovely long head and chiseling underneath the eyes of the miniature poodle. Long face, very elegant. Now, our judge has bred many champion poodles, so she'll be looking at this with a specialist eye.
As I mentioned, 2 of the 3 poodles in this group, the best of breeds, have come from Italy. This one, Elena, 3 years old, has travelled over And you can particularly see, can't you, the trim over the back legs was always there so that the legs could move quickly through water, but then leaving the hair over the vital organs and the joints to protect them from the cold when they were retrieving ducks from the water.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our best breed miniature poodle, exhibit number 6.
The poodles make consummate show dogs. They're always elegant, love the show ring, this high stepping action. They've got great elegance in their carriage.
Now, both of these first two poodles have come from Italy. This is the standard poodle, 2.5 years of age. So impressive. Again, that cut, leaving the hind legs trimmed so that the legs can move through water easily, and then the pom-poms left to cover and protect the vital organs and indeed the joints against the cold water when retrieving ducks.
And Anne, going under the coat of the dog, so it's not just a competition for good presentation and hairdressing. The dog has to be sturdy and solid, well constructed. She'll feel the rib cage, the chest for heart and lung capacity, and the angulation of the dog so it can move freely.
And this one has been a multiple best in show winner internationally.
And here's the smallest of the poodles we have in this country, the toy poodle. Again, they all share the same standard. The challenge is to get the same features in the smaller size. And here, the same long muzzle, the judge looking at the teeth, the correct bite, and good underjaw and chin, which gives them that resolute expression.
Keen watchers of Crufts might remember a toy poodle, apricot toy poodle, Waffle, that was winner of the utility group back in 2022. Now, this one is just 20 months old from Blackpool. But again, the judges looked for that strong set of teeth, full set of 42 teeth in the toy poodle with a strong jaw. Here we go on the move.
The poodles are always what I call a dramatic breed. They're short in the back, long in the neck, and this stylish gait. They make great show dogs.
Small in stature, but absolutely bursting with elegance and sense of pride. The Schipperke is the Flemish barge dog. Its name literally means a little skipper or little boatman. It was bred to be a watchdog, but also had a function to keep vermin down on the barges. And the first Schipperkes arrived in England back in 1887.
The coat pattern is a distinctive feature of the breed. They've got this longer mane of hair over the shoulders and down the front, which is known as the cape, shorter, denser coat on the body, and culottes on the back legs. It's said that the outline of the Schipperke looks like a caped horseman. And again, a brisk action. This is a long-lived breed. You could often see them at their best when they're 10 to 12 years old. They're late maturing, and they live a long time. Highly intelligent.
We now move on to the Schnauzer, judged today by Mr. Sean Frost.
And here's the largest Schnauzer, the archetype of the varieties. It's a versatile farm dog, was used for keeping down vermin and herding livestock and pulling small carts. Again, we've got the same long head, the flat skull, and neat dropped ears. Judge.
This is the original variety of the breed. The Schnauzer has been known in Germany from at least...
And this one only 10 months old from Somerset. That top line should stay level when on the move. Straight forelegs with slightly slanting thighs and round cat-like feet pointing well forward. It's a very alert and reliable and intelligent breed, mainly a companion dog now.
And to win best of breed at Crufts at 10 months of age is a great achievement. You can perhaps see that she's young by the slight looseness in her top line, but beautiful type, wonderful coat, pepper and salt we call this, a banded coat of silver and grey.
Now, this Shar Pei was best of breed here in 2024. The name means harsh, sandy coat. It's an ancient Chinese hunting dog. Was also bred as a fighter, though, and that loose, wrinkled skin was such so that a fighting dog couldn't then get a grip on the dog. The coat's so bristly as well that dogs wouldn't like the feel of it in their mouth.
The breeders have done a great job in freeing the breed of exaggerations which they had when they first came into this country. They're less wrinkled, healthier eyes, and sounder on the move. So the breeders have worked hard. We want healthy dogs. Again, showing the top line. The top line should rise slightly to the tail set. Only a little bit of wrinkling over the withers and just a little on the hocks and fine wrinkle on the head. And there's
Spitz, exhibit number 6961. Shih Tzus are a piece of Chinese history, developed in the palace.
And now the Shih Tzu, an oriental dog with this lovely domed skull, large eyes, and very sturdy underneath. Again, large nostrils. From China, where he was much valued. Under that coat, he's heavily boned, deep-chested, and that tail, the tail should be carried high over the back to give them an arrogance in their carriage.
Getting some good cheers around the arena here for this particular 4-year-old from Cheshire in the UK. That long and dense outer coat can have a slight wave, but that hair shouldn't ever affect the dog's ability to move nor see, which is why you see the little top knot.
There, the top line should be level, the tail carried high. This is from a famous kennel, the Santosha kennel of Suzanne Crossley in Cheshire.
Now, the Tibetan Spaniel is often found alongside the Lhasa Apsos in the monasteries of Tibet. It first came to the UK in Victoria times. It's usually very active and alert. It has hare feet, meaning 2 elongated middle toes as opposed to having rounded cat's feet. A very silky top coat, but smooth over the face and front of the legs.
This is a beautiful breed. Again, another used as companion dogs and watchdogs in the monasteries of Tibet, brought to England by some nobility who'd worked there, Lord and Lady Wakefield. Again,
Tibetan Spaniel, best of breed, 7183.
it's thought that they have Pekingese in their ancestry, but these are higher on the ground, straighter in the front legs, and this lovely head and expression. A blunt, well-cushioned muzzle and neat ears. And on the table now is the Tibetan Terrier, the largest of the Tibetan breeds here. It's a close relation of the Lhasa, which we saw earlier. And when they first came to the UK, they were judged as one breed. These were known as the Lhasa Terrier. They're squarely built, sturdy, and they're not really a terrier. They didn't go to ground. They were used for herding. And they have this protective double coat. And one of the interesting features of the breed are flat feet to cope with the terrain.
Judge will be looking for a smooth and effortless stride, but still with a powerful drive and good reach. Those hind legs should track in perfectly behind the front, as you're seeing here.
And now this is our final breed here in this utility group.
Well, that is a striking appearance, isn't it? This is the final dog in the group from the import group, the Xolo Itzcuintli, the standard variety, the Mexican hairless dog. You say that, but you do see the hair in these certain spots on the body, and it was thought to have healing qualities. A hot, smooth skin meant the dog could provide comfort against the cold and even help with arthritis and migraines.
Used as Xolo as hunting dogs and companions to save
Handler feeling the coat texture, feeling the anatomy. Now, the Xolo Itzcuintli is named after the Aztec god Xol, who was the god of deformed things. And I suppose the fact that he's hairless qualifies him for that, but also the hairless breeds bring with them different dentition. They're not fully, they don't have 42 teeth in the bites that we see in other breeds.
And this one at just 20 months old, making quite the fashion statement.
number 7444.
Well, it's a high quality field in this utility group, and our judge, Anne Ingram, now has to choose her shortlist.
Now, she will be walking around reminding herself of what she found on hands-on examination. So she's had her hands on, she's felt underneath the coat to feel their anatomy. She's watched the movement closely to see their soundness and whether they were typical in their gait. Not all breeds move the same.
And we always see certain breeds, don't we, which get big cheers from the arena, but the judge has to block all of that out and make sure she's judging on what is in front of her. According to the breed standard, is the dog fit for function?
And of course, performance at this level comes into it. Coming to the big ring at Crufts is a new experience for many of them. There's no other arena like this. Thousands of people, the lights, the cameras, but they have to do well and show well, carry themselves well. But they've all put up a good performance tonight.
We had a French Bulldog, Elton, who won the utility group last year. Already had 2 Italian dogs go through from the Terrier and the Hound group. Later on tonight, we've also got judging for the toy group. There's some multiple champions in this group already.
Thoughtful walk. She's deciding here which of the 8 dogs I'd like in the shortlist, and this is an important time because there's many nice dogs there, but only 8 come forward for a second look. Which 8 does she like best? We'll soon know.
She's had a good look. She's got to the end of the line. Everybody waiting to see. Lots of anticipation. Who will be the first to be called out? I think some decisions have been made.
The Akita comes out. Largest of the breeds, and the French Bulldog. Here's the Shiba Inu coming in, full of running, very smart on the move. The Lhasa comes in the miniature Schnauzer and the Keeshond. The toy Poodle, the smallest of them, comes out, and that lovely Tibetan Spaniel took my eye. And the Jolowitz Squintley, representing the import breeds. So there is the shortlist for the utility group. Now, the others leave the arena to round of applause. They'll have been very happy to have this experience in the big ring. Now, the judge is going to ask them now for a second look at their movement.
I'm sure our judge and Ingrid will take one final look at all these dogs on
Now,
the move
the
before selecting her 4 group places.
largest of the breeds, the most substantial and very young, a junior, 15 months old, topping the breed today. That's a great achievement.
This is Kimbo, just 15 months old. Has travelled here from Lincolnshire and has become a champion for the first time today.
And
next to go is the
here comes the French Bulldog, a huge entry. Dr. Schemmel, who judged the breed, is a vet and also a devotee of this breed. He will have looked at them for breed type, but also health.
And that was Sushi from Cambridgeshire.
And here comes the Shiba Inu. Good track record. He's a best in show, all breeds, top utility dog in the country for last year. So he's one of the form dogs here. A slight false start for the Keeshond there. And what a lovely looking dog this is. That lovely shaded grey coat, the spectacle markings, the pricked ears, and this brisk action. He's really a handsome dog and really using his hocks well to drive him along.
5.5-year-old Dark. That is from Yorkshire.
And now the choice of 2 judges today, agreeing for this one to be best of breed. Roxana, the Lhasa Apso. Beautiful head and expression. That hard coat, the tail curved over the back. And here comes the miniature Schnauzer.
This is the crowd favourite, Frank.
And a very good mover and carries herself well, really using those hocks.
All the way from Croatia.
And from the famous Afterglow Kennel near Blackpool, here is Hijack. So made a champion when he was very young and is looking really well tonight. And great carriage and lovely movements. And this is very nice. It's Tibetan style Spaniel, full of breed type. And currying favour with the judge there, a little jump up.
And Ingram is equal to that. The Jolowitz Quintly then.
Again, they're becoming increasingly popular all around the world as show dogs. They love it, they carry themselves well, and they're very striking in appearance.
So Liam from Lithuania, this is only 20 months old, the Jolowitz Quintly. Well, now Anne Ingram will have another close look before deciding her winner, and we'll find out which of these is going through to Best in Show. It's quite the lineup. The Lhasa Apso having some finishing touches.
And we see the variety of shapes and coats and type in these breeds. Again, Anne bred many toy poodles, so to get chosen by her is a great accolade here.
Who will she go for?
Well, soon we'll know. So I'm keeping fingers crossed that we have another top quality winner to go forward for Sunday.
Going through to Best in Show is...
The boards are called for. It's going to be...
Oh, and it is the miniature Schnauzer.
The miniature Schnauzer has won the group. How marvellous. How fantastic.
All the way from Croatia.
So,
Lisa goes through.
Yes, and again, still full of activity and life, and Auntie, the handler, obviously very moved.
Lhasa Apso is brought up in second place.
For third place, where are we going? The Tibetan Spaniel, beautiful, beautiful dog.
Three-year-old Oslo is the Tibetan Spaniel.
And who's going to be in number 4 spot? The Shiba Inu. Another good day. He's won lots of utility groups over the past year. Here, tough competition tonight.
Well, what a shortlist we had for the utility group. And Frank, you chose well, didn't you? You judged
it's
miniature
nice
Schnauzers.
Nice to see my choice verified by a judge like
doing
Anne.
Talking Dog sort of podcast, and now I've got to interview you. Okay, so Ante, you're no stranger to Crufts and some amazing wins in your partnership as well. Just tell the audience a little bit about yourself and tell us about this particular dog and why this win is so special.
Well, there are many reasons why this is so special for me. One of the facts is, One of the facts is that Javier was supposed to show her, and he was driving 30 hours from Croatia to here, and when he came to the hotel, they called him that his aunt has died, and he flew back to Spain, so I was the reserve handler for her. She was born in my home. She's my pet. I love her more than anything, so this is very, very special.
Oh, that's lovely. The backup handler takes the group, the utility group, under one of the most esteemed judges in the world. Congratulations to the miniature Schnauzer and Ante, winning the utility group.
And also a round of applause.
Well, there are
for our
always
judge,
stories
Mrs.
at Crufts, aren't there? And that is quite a tearjerker as well. Well, our thoughts go out to the team. But of course, Ante stepping in, and what a moment.
Present the prizes to the winning miniature Schnauzer this evening.
we'll see then Ante back with the miniature Schnauzer for Best in Show on Sunday night.
Still very alert, and the Lhasa in second place, and it's rosettes, which they'll value forever. A group rosette from Crufts.
Rosettes for the Lhasa Apso. And the Tibetan Spaniel.
A lovely type and outline. Look at the alertness and the devotion of the Tibetan Spaniel. It's what they were noted for, devotion and loyalty to their owners. And they're very smart. Shiba, those markings and